children. How are you?
Fine.
So, look at the screen, please. Do you know this person?
Yes.
Who is it?
Maybe it's Lord Byron, famous
Yes.
poet.
What do you know about him? Pika?
It is famous English poet.
Yes, good. Now, read his quotation. Zhenya, please.
I woke one morning and find myself famous.
How do you understand it? Коля?
Maybe this person became famous suddenly?
Became. Yeah, maybe. And in what way could he become famous? Marina?
Maybe he saw himself in newspaper.
Yes, maybe. Yeah. But why did he see himself?
Maybe he wrote some poem. Or
Yes, poems or a poem. Good. Now, can you guess the topic of our lesson? Is Makar?
maybe famous people.
Yeah. Zhenya?
Maybe stars.
Ayan?
Maybe we are going to talk about fame.
Any other ideas? You don't have. So, look at this topic of our lesson. What is it? Ilya, read it.
I am a real star.
Yes, I am a real star. At the end of the lesson, you will tell me why this is our topic. You see? How can people become famous? Think of as many ways as you can. Ayan.
Being an actor or an actress.
Yes. Sonia?
Being a pop star.
Nastya?
Being a queen.
Being a politician.
Good. Marina? Masha?
Being a dancer.
Yeah. Ilya?
Be a famous poet.
Andrei?
Being a singer.
Good. Marina?
A writer.
Good. Now let's play a game. Who am I? Read these clues and guess famous people. Read the first clue. This Sonia.
I'm an outstanding Russian master. My works are in the same range as the masterpieces of Russian culture, like Boris Godunov, by Pushkin, and War and Peace, by Tolstoy. My first large painting, The Morning of the Streltsy execution, was devoted to the time of Peter the Great.
Yes. How do you understand the word execution? What does it mean? Vika?
Maybe when a king or queen kill someone for something bad.
Yes. When there is a criminal, yes, and a king or a queen gives an order to kill somebody. Yes, for a crime or something. Good. Can you guess this person? Ayan?
Maybe it's Surikov.
Surikov. Yes. Yeah, of course, all of you remember our trip to Moscow last month, yeah? And we were in Tretьяков Gallery and saw this famous painting, yeah? Look at this painting. Isn't he talented? Yes. He was a really talented painter. And look at this man. By the way, it's his self-portrait. The next clue, this Koля.
I use my political skill and magnetic personality to protect the independence of my country. When I was 18, I became joint ruler of my country with my younger brothers, who I also married. When I failed, I killed myself with a snake.
Okay, can you guess this person? Makar?
Cleopatra.
Cleopatra, good. Look at her. Cleopatra. The next clue. Please, who will read them? Vika.
I starred in a number of hit movies, including 12 Monkeys, Fifth Element, Armageddon, and The Sixth Sense. I married Demi Moore in 1985, but the marriage came to end in 1998. My first name begins with B.
Can you guess him? Andrei?
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, yeah, of course, all of you know him. Nastya.
Each of my books has been a great success, and some of them have been made into Hollywood films. The adventures of the young wizard and his friends at Hogwarts School have brought pleasure to millions of readers of all ages.
Of course, you know this person. Ayan?
Joan Rowling.
Yes, you are right. Now answer my questions, please. Why do people become famous? Ayan?
In my opinion, people become famous because they can do unusual things and they thinking outside the box.
Yes, and they think outside the box. Good. Any other ideas? Vika?
Some people become famous because of a good producer.
Yes, because maybe he has good.
In my view, people become famous because they are a creative person.
Good. Any other answers? No ideas. Are famous people more intelligent than ordinary ones? Polina?
In my opinion, famous people like scientists, physics are more intelligent than ordinary ones. But some sportsmen are not intelligent at all.
Maybe they are intelligent, but
They don't have much time for education. And
yes,
to read a book.
yes. Some of them don't have much time. Why, Makar?
I think they don't have time for reading books or watching TV because they have several trainings every day.
Yeah, good. But are they better skilled in their professions? Are they better skilled? Who can answer this question? Vika?
Often they are more skilled in their profession, and because of it they became famous. But it's not always. Some usual people are really talented, but they are not famous. But some celebrities are not so talented.
Yes, good. Who else can answer this question? Any other additions? Polina?
But sometimes children from rich family are not better skilled. Their parents pay a lot of money for their fame.
Yes, but why do you, how can we know that ordinary people are better skilled than famous ones? How can we know? Polina on the nose.
There are many programs on TV
Yes, shows.
where people show they are talented and
Talent?
good sing.
Yes, good singer. Now look at these pictures and be ready to compare them. But at first, answer the following question. Do you know any of these men? Sumi.
In the second picture we can see Charlie Chaplin.
Yes. Is he famous?
Yes.
What about the next man? What about the man on the left? Ayan.
In the first picture, man is unknown and maybe it's a street performer.
Yeah, you're right. Now we are working in groups. So every group will get its own task. The first group will make an introduction. Use these expressions, useful phrases, and words. And there are instructions how to do this task correctly. Another group will give a short description. And there are also some instructions for you. And the third group, you will get ready to speak about main similarities. But I will need one more group, and that's why you will not sit in such a way. We will make four groups because I need 4 groups. So that's why choose these cards and make 4 groups, please. I know. Choose them. Please. Choose the cards and make groups. Please, begin. Stand up, go around the classroom. No. Go around the classroom and find your groups. Do some exercise. We need exercise. So speak English. Don't forget that we have an English lesson, by the way. Sit down. Have you found your Yes. And look here, all of you. Look at me, boys and girls. Masha, look at me and listen to me very attentively, please. So this is the fourth group, and they will be ready to talk about main differences. And there are some instructions for you as well. So, I will give you some minutes to prepare. So, read the instructions very carefully and be ready to speak about on the topic of these pictures. What is the topic of these pictures?
Famous people?
Famous people? No, but one person is not. Unknown. It is unknown, but what is the topic of these pictures? So the topic, just what unites these pictures? What unites? Объединяет. Everyone can become famous, but entertainment, yes? They both work in the sphere of entertainment, yeah? So entertainment. You should be ready to speak about entertainment using these expressions and phrases and words. So, number 2. Are you reading the instructions? Celebration of holiday. Yeah. Get ready to give a short description. Look at the instructions. Give a brief description of both pictures. One and then the next one. You see? Read the instructions. Yes, over them. Wearing funny clothes.
Some of them can be popular, but
So, have you read the instructions carefully? Okay. You're ready to talk about differences. Speak English. So, who is ready? So we'll begin with the first group because it is the introduction. Yeah. So, the first group, please.
There are different forms of entertainment, and everybody likes having fun.
Everybody likes.
some of them are popular, but others are unknown.
Both pictures show us people who make us laugh.
Yes, very good. The next group.
In the first picture, I can see a street performer who is unknown, while the second one shows famous star Charlie Chaplin.
In the background, on this first picture, I can see a lot of people. Maybe they have a celebrity. In the background, on the second picture, I can see big buildings and old cars.
Yeah.
In the first picture, street performer might be unknown person, and I can see in the second picture Charlie Chaplin is wearing an interesting clothes.
Interesting clothes. We may say fun clothes, yeah? Yes. The third group, please. You are to speak about main similarities. Yes.
The thing that two pictures share is that people in the both pictures are wearing strange shoes.
Good.
Another similarity is that people in the both pictures are standing outside.
Good.
The main similarity of these pictures is that they both make people laugh.
Good. Is that all? So, and the fourth group, please be ready to speak about main differences.
The main difference of this picture is that Charlie Chaplin is more famous than street performer.
Another important difference of this picture is that famous comedian earns a great amount of money, while street performer doesn't get so much money.
Yes, you're right, Nastya.
While the first picture features a famous comedian who lived in the past, the second one shows us street performer who are living now.
Who?
Are living now.
Why are?
Living now.
Who is? Yes? Okay. Now, we would like to express our opinion. Answer this question, please. Which of the two kinds of entertainment would you prefer and why? Use these useful phrases and expressions, please. Ayan.
If you ask me, I would prefer the second picture because I like watching some street performance and I really enjoy it.
Any other opinions?
If you ask me, I would prefer the first kinds of entertainment because I really like stay at home and watching comedians.
And watch comedies. Vika.
I don't really like street performers. That's why I would prefer comedies with Charlie Chaplin.
Yes, good. Marina?
In my opinion, I really like the second kind of entertainment, so I'd prefer this kind of entertainment. I really like spending my free time in the air with my parents.
Okay, good. Now, let's make a plan of your comparison of the pictures. What is the first point? Zhenya?
Introduction.
Introduction, yes, look at the screen. Introduction is the first point of it is the first part of our comparison. Masha, what is the second one? Short description, good. Vika, the third one.
Main similarities.
Yes, we are going to speak about main similarities in this part. Koля, the next one.
Main differences.
Yes, you are right. And the fifth, Ayan?
Opinion.
Opinion. In this part, you express your opinion. And what is the last one, Makar?
Explain why.
Yes, of course, you should always explain why. Now, compare the pictures following the plan. I need one person to do it. Who wants? Who is brave? So, who is brave? So, Nastya, please come. Look at the screen. These expressions will help you.
All people like to have fun in their free time. That's why there are a lot of forms of entertainment in the world. Both pictures show us people who make other people laugh.
Yes, good.
In first picture, I can see famous comedian Charlie Chaplin, while the second one shows a known street performer. It seems the street performer is in the park because I can make out a lot of trees in the background of the picture. Also, I can see people who may be having a celebration or something.
Yes.
In the
Be ready to speak about main similarities.
one similarity is that they are both wearing funny clothes.
Yeah.
For example, Charlie Chaplin
Is wearing
jacket which is too small, too short, and his boots are too long.
Are too big. Yeah.
Big,
You're saying.
And street performer
Is wearing
very bright, colorful costume, and he has got long trousers.
Yes, he has got long trousers. Yeah, because his legs are long. Yeah.
Yes. The main difference of these pictures is that in the first picture I can see famous comedian Charlie Chaplin, but the second one shows unknown street performer. Another important difference is that famous comedian earns a great amount of money, while unknown street performer doesn't get so much money.
Good. And express your opinion.
If you ask me, I really like comedies, so I prefer the first kind of entertainment because I can stay in my comfortable room and watch films in what time, what I want.
Okay, very good, Nastya. Clap your hands. Yes, a brilliant comparison. So, now look at this problem, please. All that glitters is not gold. How do you understand this proverb? Vika, how do you understand it?
It often happens that something seems to us really beautiful, but when we open and find out it turns out to be real ugly.
Yes, you're right. But what conclusion can we make here? According to our lesson, taking into account the topic of our lesson, what conclusion can we make? Masha?
Some of famous people are not really talented, but they have a really good producer.
Yeah.
And
or rich family.
rich
Yeah?
family, yes.
Okay, and what conclusion can we make? Polina, here.
In my opinion, all people can become famous suddenly.
Yes, okay. And any other additions? No. Any other ideas? Vika.
Maybe some stars seem to be really talented, brilliant, but,
Yes.
but in fact they are not so talented, but
Yes.
but they look really beautiful, wonderful, talented.
Yes, but there are
but it's
so
not
many.
true.
But there are so many ordinary people who are really, really talented. Yes, and they're not worse than famous people. Some of them. So now look at the topic of our lesson. We'll return to it once again. How can you explain why we have such a topic? Can you explain it now? Please, Makar. I'm a real star. How can you explain why do we have such a topic?
Maybe everyone wants to become
Famous, and he feels that he is
a real star.
a real star. Yes, and Ayan.
In my opinion, each person which is really talented,
Who is really
talented can become famous.
Yes, can become famous. Maybe, as Lord Byron said, you will wake up one morning and find yourself famous. Yes. So now we are going to finish our lesson. Have you learned anything new? Complete the sentences with your own ideas. Please, Makar.
It was interesting to compare the pictures.
Okay, Ayan.
Today I have known that Lord Byron became famous unexpected.
Yes, you are right. Koля.
Today I have known how compares the pictures.
How to compare? Polina.
It was interesting to guess a famous star or person for its biography.
From his or her biography.
It was interesting to explain the proverb.
Yes, Andrei.
Today I have known that everyone can become famous suddenly.
Yes, Ilya.
I was good at comparison.
At comparison of the pictures. Nastya.
I think I was good at comparing the pictures.
At comparison, yes, you were really good. Sonia.
It was interesting to compare the pictures and guess stars.
And did you learn anything new from their biography, from the biography of famous people? What did you learn from their biographies? What did you learn? For example, about Cleopatra, maybe. What did you learn?
Cleopatra killed herself with a snake.
Yes, you didn't know about it, yeah?
She married on her brother.
Yes, she married her brother, yes. And what about Surikov? Did you know that it was his self-portrait? No, of course.
We guessed.
You guessed. Good. Now, I like your work for today. Thanks a lot. You were really hard working. The lesson is over. Goodbye.